This is gonna be interesting. This is good. Okay, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. I got lights everywhere. I'm like trying to hang up lights. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be. I'm sweating it. I don't think I can give myself grace in this. Oh, this. Great, this is gonna be saved on YouTube Live because they save all your lives, guys. I would appreciate that, Lori, so much. Hi, Witchy Lab. All right, I will be right back. I'm going to go put my dogs in their kennels. If you guys are not following, we will be able to be streaming. I'm praying I'll be able to see comment section. I'm going to go lock the dogs up on both YouTube and TikTok. I see Joey in on YouTube, so YouTube chat is working. Kennel. All right, I put one wild child away. So let's talk about prepping. A lot of people want to talk about prepping for the drones. Oh my gosh, we already have 12 people over here. All right, that's nice. I like it. I don't know how I'm going to monitor both chats. I need like 4 screens right here. So we're going to try to figure out how it works a little bit better. Brooke Jones, we're here, we're here. Okay, that makes me feel a lot better. All right, let's work on, we're going to pin YouTube on computer, TikTok on the phone. I love it. So we just got done talking to the CPA, so I'm feeling a lot more confident and less like weighted down because we're going to be able to write off a lot. You picked up more water, bleach, canned goods, salt this morning? Yes. Perfect. Hey, Homestead. How are you today? All right. So do we want to talk about the drones? The drones is always a good conversation. Oh, between this account and this account, we have about 80 people. So the drones right now, they're saying that they believe that they are the U.S. drones, which is what I originally thought. The moment that they were in the Capitol's airspace, honestly, I believe that the drones were ours to begin with. I'm a lot more comfortable. Oh, Kay's Life, thanks for so much for watching for both. Bet you guys have some echoes going on in your house. I can only imagine the echoes. Kelly says in all caps, yes, because they are gaslighting us. True. They could definitely be gaslighting us. I could agree. Hey, drone talk. Yep. Pulled up on YouTube, on your TV. It's definitely behind TikTok. I am sorry if it is lagging behind. Oh, hi, Dion. I look like I'm 50 years old. Okay, so I look like I'm 50 years old. Oh, yeah, that is not going to happen. Wow. We already have trolls on TikTok. Yay! Or on YouTube. All right. You're liking this? You can send more than just hearts. Naomi, you're sweet. To Dion. Honey. I do not look like I'm 50. I am in 4K and there is no filter. So thank you. Good morning from California. You're watching on both? Yeah, kindness is free. Teresa, thank you so much for that. Heart me. I appreciate it. Oh, you just sent it? I'm not 50. I'm 36. People say that to just put me down. Also, they say I have ham hock arms. So hi, YouTube. You haven't gotten to meet me yet, but I'm a redhead and I'm quite fiery. That I have ham hock arms. I'm ugly. I have a crooked nose. They can't stand my eyes. I have dead eyes. What other ones have I heard of? Thanks, Viper. Yeah. No, those are the comments that I've gotten. Oh, and then a million different comments about my upper rack. A million. And then people want to know why I wear oversized hoodies all the time. Because people are cruel on this app. Oh, now we got another one. Jeez Louise. I cannot see all. What do you mean by that, Sandra? When people are struggling and fishing? I'm so confused. That's interesting. It's wild. So anyways, does the chat actually believe? Oh, people are rude. Okay, I'm getting what you're saying. I was like, are you yelling at me? I don't know. I'm learning these new emotes on YouTube, so I am a little ancient. If they're talking about you, it just means true. That is true, Jess. I'd rather have them talk crap about me than other people. I can agree with that. I am very happily married. Don't come at him, B-Mac, please. It literally is a viral video on here where there's like a million comments about me. Like, so many people got out there drones to torment people because other ones. Yeah, here in Utah, there were some kids that got in trouble because they taped speakers up on the drone or on their own personal drones, and then we're going over neighborhoods to even make it more worse. Like, the drone situation, honestly, is very nerve-wracking personally because there's a million conspiracy theories about the drones currently right now. There is the conspiracies of the drones are aliens. They're an alien life force that is hovering above and taking data. I personally do not believe in the alien conspiracy on it. Does that make sense? I personally don't believe in that whatsoever. I don't know how any of you guys feel about it. Then there's another one that they are US drones and they are being used to look for some stolen radioactive material. That one I could possibly believe. They said that they are commercial or law enforcement. There's zero accountability. Like, if they're testing a new drone, they should be obviously locating that state, letting that state know whose they are, and local law enforcement, so that when there is over 1,000 reported sightings of drones, that they have something to fall back up on. Now, personally for us, and we have discussed this previously in yesterday's live, if there is a high account of drones in the location that we are at, we're honestly leaving. Ooh, wait. Question. I can't see it. Oh, there it is. The artwork on the wall. Oh, that's going to the off-grid. So we are actually TikTok creators. I started making my push towards YouTube a few months ago. I hadn't really pushed very heavily, but this is from LiveFest on TikTok LiveFest. So as we progress towards going to pretty much TikTok LiveFest is a Grammy nomination. We did qualify. We are the first preppers to be able to go walk the red carpet. I am not a YouTube prepper. We are making that transition. I'm more of a TikTok and then do live creations where we talk about prepping. And so everyone's names is all of our team that has got us here. And then we own an off-grid piece of property over 70 acres. And we are going to be using this to build in one of the cabins so that the team is actually built into the cabins. This is so weird because I want to look at myself here, but the camera's over here. It is very weird. I wish the camera was up top. I hope that that makes sense. So this is going to be incorporated into the off-grid and everyone's names will live on forever. I'm struggling with the comment section because it disappears. Helena, I hope you have a wonderful day. I had a rough day. Chevy Man, I heard that the videos look different than all the other drones. But I also heard there was one in Salt Lake City that did match the rest of them. So personally for us, we would probably head out to our property. Sorry, like I know that that sounds crazy. Thank you so much, Denise, for the bubblegum. Oh, that's going to look weird on YouTube. Doing 2 lives at the same time is nerve-wracking. Nice. My day on YouTube, 30 minutes a day. Busy with retirement. Watching YouTube. Oh, I love that. So I do a lot. Like right now, I am editing. We're working on the first parcel of the off-grid. A little bit has been released onto my TikTok, but not as much onto my YouTube. I know I'm definitely, by saying the word YouTube, I am being shadow banned over here. Trying to distract yourself before you have to leave. I feel that. So for you guys, what do you feel about the drones? Do you feel like that is a bug out scenario that you are willing to do? Or do you feel that you're just going to watch it and come up with a new idea about it? Say YT. Yes, Sue, I need to say the YT. What do you guys feel about that? I wish I could see the comments come up on here. Yeah, the comments come in really slow over here. Kevin, what materials? Well, we're not starting the cabin at all right now. Why can't I see his comment longer? That's going to be the hardest part. What materials are you going to use for a cabin? Like check insulation, concrete, and all of those. So right now we have just gotten, the septic system is installed and a 750-gallon water cistern. Now for the rest, we actually have to apply. We have to apply first to do the foundation and stuff like that. But we're not going to be building those first. The first things that we are going to be building is the gate because it is completely off-grid. And we did find, like, we have some challenges on this property that not many people, other people have. We have a very active mountain lion that took down some goats right on our property and dragged them out everywhere. So we do have to go hunting for this mountain lion. So first, we're going to probably have the campers out there for the first like 6 months as we start the building process. We have to get some structures up for wood storage, build an outhouse, and then we're going to be drilling for the well. But for then, we're going to be living out of the camper. Does that make sense? And then we're trying to figure out if we want to build the kit ourselves, like do a cabin kit and just build it ourselves for the first one, like a tinier one, or if we want to go full in and just build it from scratch ourselves. We're weighing out the options. Utah's got some pretty weird laws on it. You can have one main cabin and then a mother-in-law suite. So my uncle and my aunt, they would have like the smaller cabin. So the first one we're going to build is probably my uncle's and aunt's. But if you have a structure that you love, please send it to us because we've been going over a million different structures. Your best guess is that. So yeah, it's been a process though. It's taken us about a year to be able to afford. I mean, it is over 70 acres. It is a big chunk. It's a big chunk of land. Have I looked at container homes? Yeah. That is one thing we were looking as a temporary, is putting out a like 40-foot insulated concrete forms building material. Ooh, it lasts 1,000 years, no joke. Kevin, will you DM me that? Because that sounds amazing. We looked at a container home, what Denise said over here on TikTok. Me and my husband both were deployed overseas, so we both lived in connexes for over a year. So we've thought about doing that just temporary as we start the build. The big argument is my husband does want a... He's like, well, we could just put a manufactured home. And I was like, that is not going to happen. That's not going to happen. I want to build our own from scratch because I want it to be passed down to my kids, and I want it to be something that's completely self-reliant. So we have the sun out there for solar. And so that's what we're already starting on. And then the next is drilling for water, and pray to God we don't hit oil, because there is a lot of oil out there. So it's like a 50-50. I don't want to do a barn dominium out there. I don't know. Maybe, I mean, I'd rather have a cabin. Like, to be very honest, I'd rather have it. So we got to build a cookhouse. Do any of you guys know what a cookhouse is? So it's an outdoor kitchen, essentially. We've built a few. We have a bunch of friends who actually have off-grid, and we've helped with those. But it is literally like, almost like, what is it? Like a little awning, but it's not an awning. And on the backside, we put in like the Blackstone. Then you have your propane storage behind it. Then you have also your camp chef up front. With the camp chef up front, you can can outside. And that's what we do a lot of. So like when we're processing venison, stuff like that, we will start canning it up in the cookhouses. And then off to the side, we just have water that runs from a hand pump to be able to wash hands and stuff like that. A cooking patio, yes. So that's one of the first ones. We got to get structure to protect the firewood. That's a big one. We need another charger. I have seen the Amish built cabins, and I think those are fantastic. That's similar to what we did on a different property. Just Google, Hey, Joey, will you take a screenshot of that? Google ICF, they're highly dense. Ooh, okay. Like, oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about. They do. They last like 1,000 years. They're really, really, really nice. Yeah, so it's like essentially a smokehouse, but it's called a cookhouse. You don't really have a tendency of smoking something in there. Sometimes people will put a Traeger in there, but it's kind of boxed in. So pretty much essentially it's blocking out the side winds. So you're able to still cook in there. You normally put your smoker outside, but then you have, the big thing is having a camp chef out there. Then you're able to can and preserve all that. Angie, thank you so much. You just use fire pits and rock ovens. Yeah, we have a big fire pit. We do have that. Yeah, it will be like essentially an outdoor oven. But on a cookhouse, it's just so that we're able to can out there. It's so weird seeing some of you guys' real names swapping from counts. Used to block and build mini castles. No way, goat. That's amazing. All right, you guys, there's 40 of you guys in the live. If you have not tapped and liked the live and subscribed, please do. Is that the missing materials? Oh, in the basement? Yeah. It is very hard to maintain both of these. And that was what was in it. So let's see, what else have we built? So once we do the cookhouse, we do a wood shed. Then we will do the outdoor bathroom, which is essentially an outhouse. We'll dig an outhouse out there, but then we'll also have any of you guys ever designed or built, so there's like a cookhouse, and then you can do like an outdoor, like what we did with our friends is we did an entire concrete slab and you stilt it up, and essentially it's a cabin, but it's not considered a cabin because it doesn't have a bedroom in it. It's only like fold out couches is what we did at our friend Twitch's house. And down below it's storage, and then you can put all of your like picnic tables, stuff like that, so that you have shade on all sides. But they did an outdoor shower, and then they ran that off of the water heater that was ran off of the fire pit outside. So that's the one we're trying to do. Frugal Detective, go ahead and post it in there, but I can't read certain things out loud. I cannot risk getting banned on live because we are very close to Live Fest attending the event. So you can post it in here, but I can't read things out loud. Oh, you were in a serious car accident on Sunday. Are you okay? Oh, Helena, that's sweet. Are you okay? You can't send comments on... you're going to make me feel real weird if you're watching me on your television right now. Jaws of Life. I am so sorry. I'm going to keep you in my prayers. I hope you're okay. Build blocks. Fox Blocks build blue block systems with a few new manufacturers like the build block systems and friendly type of buildings. Are you going to make sure... Are you going to do it and make sure that you can do a Dutch oven cooking in the outdoor kitchen? Yeah. So Barry, in our outdoor kitchen, we already do a lot of Dutch ovens, a ton of them. So essentially you have a tall roof. You just have, it pretty much gives you like counter space to actually work. And so if you are processing or canning, you have an area that you can set your jars that don't get cold shocked. Does that make sense? So like the wind coming through, if it's a little bit chillier, if it's hunting season and you're canning something and that cold wind hits one of those it just kind of blocks out the wind. Oh my gosh. I am so sorry, Frugal Detective. I'm so glad you guys are okay, but I am so sorry. Good afternoon, Julie. I wish I could see the comments coming in the whole time. I have to like tap below. And then we'll still have our big fire pit. Oh, Teresa, that makes me feel super uncomfortable because I have no idea where to look because one camera's here and one camera's here. Oh my gosh. You guys make me nervous. Okay, do we want to talk about like... What else do you guys want to talk about? What else we're adding in? The first one, so I think for the first is going to just be a pallet-styled woodshed. And it's just going to be 2 in depth, 2 in length. They're saying 9 to 12 month recovery. Oh my gosh, I'm going to keep you in my prayers. I hope you're feeling better. You're already feeling less anxious. I feel super anxious with 2 cameras. I wish that I had a stand where I could put you guys like right like this. And then we would be like super comfortable with where everything is. But however, I don't have that luxury, unfortunately. Best solar generator out there. Okay, so when you're building for like your house, there's so many more options, okay? Now, if you're talking transportable, my personal favorite, and this is just my own bias because I use them often, is I do have a 2000 plus from Jackery. But I also have 2000, the extension packs. So I extend it into a 6000 watt generator. And that is enough for us to be able to recharge any of our power tools, anything like that. Yeah, y'all gonna give me anxiety. but it allows me the ability to recharge like a power drill. Misfits, thank you so much for the fest cheers. Thank you so much. To be able to recharge. So when I go out on the off grid, once we can figure out a better setup for live with YouTube and a live with TikTok, maybe I'll be going live from 2 different, like, totally polar opposite areas. But we will be having both of those. So we carry a Starlink, or is it Skylink? Skylink with us. I'm like, Starlink. Skylink with us. And then we will just be, you know, so on and so forth as we progress to record for different content and showing different things. This time around when we went, I'll show you what we did. My husband take them somewhere else? Oh, no, you put them right here. So if some of you guys know who one of my moderators is, Mike came out to the property to come and like test out some stuff. But we did these. We did freeze dry wholesalers. This is one of their hardest recipes, you guys. Like, this is not for the faint of heart. It is the most delicious thing I've ever tasted. It is fire, okay? It is so good. It is good coming out of the package like this, crunchy hard, and it is good when you cook it up. Now, the flaw in this is a freeze-dried beef taquitos. Mike's already in here, and he goes, they are delish. Like, they are a whole different game changer, and they have real protein in them. They have beef in them. They have the fat in them. They have figured out a way to freeze dry that most freeze dryers do not have a capability of. Sorry, they're 30 years advanced, our technology. They are absolutely amazing, amazing. So we were able to perfect it, because the problem that happens when you rehydrate these, you like to pour water over stuff when you think freeze dried, right? Sometimes you got to get a little innovative if you want to hold the product into the same shape as it was. They have chicken and they have beef. I don't think they have a shrimp one, Misfits. So what we did is I experimented. The first time I saturated it with water to get it back. The corn tortillas turned mushy. So in the newest video that will be posted, hello, Kelly, will be posted on YouTube, will become how to perfect it. So I'm going to show the first one that I cooked where the outside turned mushy, but it was still so good, guys. It was like an enchilada, like it got mushy. But then we figured out that if I saturated the inside where the beef takes the longest because it's freeze dried, to get that rehydrated. And as it rehydrated, it slowly starts to rehydrate the corn tortillas on the outside. And then I just sizzled them up in just a cast iron, and it was phenomenal. Oh, it doesn't like CarPlay. You had to switch back. Let's try to light up some of the gift gallery on the YouTube or on the TikTok side. We do not have any of our gift gallery lit up except for our roses. They're good right out of the... Yeah, exactly. Like these, you can just put them in a Ziploc bag when you're out hunting and just pull them out and snack on them. For anybody who has a problem with that likes to talk about, I have ham hock of arms, and I'm not giving up my taquitos when SHTF happens, okay? If shit hits the fan and World War III happens, I am going to eat my favorite food, okay? Okay. I'm open to whatever makes you feel better, Misfits. Like, whatever, it works. We're going to start getting more comfortable with live creation on both sides, so I'm hoping that will help a lot. Serena, thank you so much for the donuts. I seriously appreciate it. But yeah, so this is what the whole YouTube video is about, is I actually use, how many preppers in here keep a syringe, like a plunger syringe, in your bag, like in your bug out bag. Any of you guys do? And let me talk about the reason why a plunger, like a little plunger syringe, is really healthy and not healthy. Really important. Kelly coming in with Leon the kitten. Thank you so much, Kelly. They're going to think I'm crazy over here on YT when this records as I like start screaming. So, Alicia, on these, you can't freeze dry them the same way. So unfortunately, our freeze dryers technology on certain meat, you have to boil it, rinse it, boil it, and it becomes chewy. You lose a lot. You want to remove as much fat content as possible. They've actually patented a way to be able to freeze dry with fat in them. And people need to understand that fat is really good for your brain function. You need it for your muscles. You need it for your brain function. I own my own freeze dryer. I do freeze dry quite a bit, but there is just certain capabilities I don't have. I did a 10 ml misfits on these. 10 ml, and then I just syringed it in. So certain things I'm not going to run in my freeze dryer because time is money with our freeze dryers, right? The longer it's running, I mean, those things pull out, I think it's like 6,500 watts per hour. It's using so much. So something like this, I prefer to buy from them on anything that's a meat product because I know I'm getting a higher amount of protein, more meat, more sources like that. Now, will I freeze dry my own cooked rice with some beans and stuff like that? Absolutely. Will I make my own freeze dried meal of biscuits and gravy? Absolutely. There's just certain things that I'm just not going to run through my machine because I know I don't have the capability of keeping them from going rancid quickly. Pappy over here says taquitos and tequila, watching the world crumble. Exactly. Yeah, like KK Crafting Creations. Yes, like a medical syringe. The reason to have one of those syringes on hands, not just because I'm a psycho and obsessed with my taquitos and I want my crust to be crispy. Okay, we can bypass and look at that. Okay, but you can use that to flush out any of your filters. So any of your Sawyer bottles, any of your Life straws. It's just a quick, easy method to make sure that your filtration system, you flush it out with some fresh, already filtered water, and then you dry out your filter system. Because if you take those filters into a pond, sorry, there's a ongoing joke about pond water on TikTok for everybody on YouTube that does not understand that. Do not use your filtration system to be filtering water out of standing still water. You always want to try to find a fresh source first. Some of your filters will not be rated for a pond water or standing or still water. Just prepping 101, standing still water, icky, icky, icky. Try something different. You ordered the ham, waiting for it. You want me to go grab the ham? I'll show you guys the ham. There's a lot of capabilities that they have that we don't have. And I absolutely love it. So Brooke is over here talking about ham. This is the full-size ham. When it rehydrates, it's like 12.5 ounces, but it rehydrates to like, I think it's 50-something ounces. It's crazy. But you have more control in the protein you have. And the big goal for me and my prepping goals over the last 4 months is more protein. More protein, more protein, more protein. Protein is essential for your body, okay? You don't want to get into an SHTF situation where you are no longer able to, metabolize and have your muscles be able to, what is the word I'm looking for? Not heal, but like continuously keep your muscle. Most of the time during SHTF, you're going to have a lack of protein, especially in those smaller condensed bucket boxes, truthfully. Protein and fat is essential. If you do not have enough fat in your diet, your brain function will slow. It is proven that your brain function is going to start slowing. So for me, my personal goal was for the last 4 months as preppers, you guys need, to maintain muscle mass. Thank you, Pappy. Pappy, thank you. You want to maintain it. You don't want your body to start breaking down muscle for calories. Okay, guys, I'm trying my best here. I'm trying. But also my uncle is a diabetic and he can't have a lot of carbohydrates, and those box meals come with a ton of carbohydrates. So protein, 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 We just worked on making sure that we had enough protein. I'm doing good because I'm really nervous with 2 different cameras on me. I'm good with 1 camera on me, but I'm a little diabetic here, so you're always search of great protein that you'll actually eat. Exactly. Their prices are very comparable. Very, very comparable, especially the fact that you can get some fat content. I know, way too much multitasking, BMAC. I am starting to get a little like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? And I'm watching my numbers drop. So I'm like trying to keep the conversation going. What other kind of questions did we have on prepping? She says, I don't like my name not being in blue. Yeah, dried meats, fish. That was one of the perks. So a lot of people have actually gotten very upset with us over the off-grid property purchase because they're like, oh, it's not full of lush, big, huge pine trees. Utah has different terrains. We have the Rocky Mountains. It does get very hot. We do have desert. We do have a lot of plateaus. Witchy Lab is all in my link tree. Just click right there, the first link on my link tree, and it'll give you your discount too. Hi, Beetlejuice. How are you, my friend? You changed your name? Kelly, thank you so much for the fireworks. Kelly, I did get you listed as a moderator over here. I'm sorry that I failed at that. Oh, it was SpongeBob. Oh my gosh. Hi, SpongeBob. But now you're Beetlejuice. I love it. Ooh, you found a grant for beehives? So when you look at it ultimately, you got to look at what source of protein you're going to have. Can you keep your muscles from deteriorating? That's a big one. I mean, who wants to go into the apocalypse or go into shit hitting the fan and all of a sudden notice that their muscle definition is starting to deplete? Your body is starting to use your muscles as meat because it is lacking. Who in here has actually started looking into that? Oh, Ricky, thank you so much. Powdered peanut butter is good to, yep, it is, but like not for very long, unfortunately. Ricky, thank you so much for those hand hearts. I appreciate it. I'm sure on YouTube they're going to be like, what is a hand heart? And why is she talking to 2 different screens? Sorry, guys. Running 2 apps. TikTok may be getting banned, so we want to make sure our live creations get over here and we continue to carry it this way. Beetlejuice, thank you so much for the heart me. Has anybody actually thought about that, though? Like, what happens when you run out of protein? On average, how many of the viewers in here think that they have at least a year's supply of meat? Be very honest with yourselves. There's no shame in it, but a year's supply of protein. I know I do, but I've been working very, very hard at it. However, fat is a harder one. Barry says not even a week's worth. Chicken, rabbits. Yep. We do have to address that there is a mountain lion on our property. That has to happen first. We're lucky with the amount of animals we have. For how many people? For my family, I have a year's supply of meat for 5 people. For 7, I have about 9 months. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I have to fix my shirt. Do I smoke any fish? Yes. If you go back in my content last year, I smoked about 60 pounds of salmon. Our family does own tuna boats and salmon. I do smoke fish. We are going to be going to YouTube. Beetlejuice, we're going to be going to YouTube because YouTube is pretty stable. It's going to be interesting to see how live creations and that happen and how we can take our live creations and openly taking prepping questions and showing things to the YouTube format. If a place has rations, hunting would be a no-go, right? Meat would make you sick. Oh, radiation. Yeah. Yeah, Jamie. Absolutely. If you lived in a place where there was radiation exposure, yeah, those animals would not be good for you. I don't know who that is, Pappy. You'll have to share it to me so I can figure it out. It's going to take me a bit to get used to it and to be more comfortable with it. Normally I'm used to like having a phone in my hand and being able to like go around and like go over different things. So I'm probably gonna have to set up like a counter behind me and like have different items. But we do need to get watch time hours over on YouTube. We do really well for watch time hours on TikTok, but however, we're gonna be making the conversion. You have a lot of frozen fish right now. You gotta get a stable place to live before you can go deep. Freezer and meat. Yeah, I can understand that, Barry. It throws you off a little. What do you mean, Kelly? What's throwing you off? My face is throwing me off on here. I'm thrown off. Just use my code on your pre-sale. Use my code. Save as much money. Yeah, they're doing a pre-sale on Egg McMuffins and like the McGriddles. And yeah, I said, shut up, take my money. And I already ordered them because that's my husband's favorite. I got those ones at Hobby Lobby, honestly. I got them for Live Fest. And I think they're 50% off. Yeah, Natalie, I got those ones at Hobby Lobby. You can get those. Yeah, I think they were 50% off. Frozen fish. You can can fish. I don't know if I would want to can frozen fish. Ricky, thank you so much for the money gun. See who's little what? What do you mean? Heather, thank you so much for the heart me. Ricky, thank you so much for the 3 money guns. We're trying to fill that gift gallery. I'm trying to... So for me on here, I just need to set it up with the Canon camera. I feel like if I go live off the Canon, it would be a lot better. So do beans have not enough protein to sustain muscle mass? I mean, they have quite a bit of protein. You would just need to make sure that you have a lot of those essential nutrients you need. Yes, you can get a lot of bang for your buck from beans in there. But you'd still want to have like some sort of outsourced meat. Does that make sense? Because sooner or later your muscles will start to deteriorate down if you're not consuming enough beans. No. Didn't I see freeze-dried salmon in those blue bags? Let me see. I don't think it was salmon. I think it was cod. I think I'm getting sick. To be completely fair and honest, I think I'm getting sick. All right. Oh my goodness. All right, so we have freeze-dried chicken patties with duck fat. Very good. Very, very good. A lot of amino oils. Very, 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 very good. This one's my favorite. Okay. That one, they can just take all my money. Okay. But they do have freeze-dried cod loins. They do have freeze-dried crab, freeze-dried lobster, freeze-dried shrimp. They have a lot of freeze-dried stuff. And then freeze-dried beef short ribs with the fat. These are the capabilities our freeze dryers do not have. I hate to break it, Harvest Right does not have the freeze drying capabilities to be able to freeze dry commercially a lot of fat. Most of the time, if any of you guys in here have been freeze drying, gosh, my nose is itchy, been freeze drying food, you know with meat, you're going to brown it up, then you're going to bring it to a boil, then you're going to boil out, then you're going to strain it, you're going to rinse it, you're going to reboil it to get the fat removed, and then you're going to pray that it's going to be at least a good 10 years before it goes rancid. That's the realistics of it with our freeze dryers. Mike says he wants to try the ribeyes. Maybe I'll bring the ribeyes out to the property. The reason why I like these is I can actually just pack these in my backpack. And when we go out to the property, right now we just don't have a structure out there to be able to store anything on the property because we're trying to build gates and stuff like that so that nobody goes out onto the property. What brand is this? Naomi, it is Freeze Dried Wholesalers. If you follow me on TikTok, it is in my link tree on TikTok. On here, Joey, can you copy the link from TikTok and put it into the chat? I wonder if there's a way that I can copy. It's going to take me a moment to like figure out how to do all of this. Oh, I'm apparently like selecting things as highlights. I don't know what I'm doing on YouTube. I have no idea how to do some of this. I'm trying to figure out the best way. You'll still watch me on mine once so I can change my name on there. I know, isn't that? No, Joey, not that one. You got to copy the link out of my link tree, not their regular link. It won't apply the savings to it. If they want to save as much money as possible, it's my actual link off of Linktree or the promo code. I believe it's Charmingly Frugal is the promo code. I don't have access to look at anything right now because I need like 5 different screens. Oh, okay. Then you're good, Joey. Use that one, but just, will you type in what the promo code is? That might be more helpful for all of us. It's so crazy because the lighting on my screen here is so much better. See, watch, guys. It's so much better over there. It's just not better over here because the camera over here is over here. It's like down. It's like down and to the right. Depends on what kind of item you're asking about, Helena. So what kind of food item are you asking about when they're freeze-dried? Most freeze-dried food will last 30 years. These ones last 30 years. They are good. They are good. Thanks for the nice case, Ricky. Yeah, most freeze-dried food is about 20 years to 30 years. Now, for us and our family, we do go through a lot of freeze-dried food. We go hunting a lot. Oh, you got it. It shows. I can't manage this. Their thing is hard. I don't know. All right, Kelly, we will see you later. Have fun at your appointment. But yeah, so we're going to be running off of both. I think we're doing pretty well. Between the 2 accounts, we have about 80 viewers. So we're doing good. We just have to come up with a subject, a topic. I think that's what we're going to do with YouTube is we'll pick up like 5 prepping items. It will be a little bit harder with TikTok because they ask questions very quickly. YouTube's a little bit calmer. But we'll just go over different items. I'm from Utah. Ardash. Hi, Dusty. Well, BMAC, that's because it's on here. If you do that on the other one, it does it when they're in your cart. It automatically does it. I know. It's the crazy part is seeing everybody's names. Everyone from TikTok is like, oh, I'm doxing my entire self over here. Yeah, trust me, I had to readjust fire before I started doing any stuff on here. It's Daddy D. That explains a lot. How are you, Daddy D? How you doing, Dusty? I think I prefer calling you Dusty. Oh, okay, BMAC. I'll take a look at it. But yeah, if you just, is it just Charmingly Frugal is the promo code? You need to fix your YT. Wait, what am I going to watch? I'm live right now on YouTube. I'm live on both right now. So I will be doing both. We are working towards our partnership with YouTube. I don't think I'm going to be going to any other apps. These are the two apps I've been on. I post a few videos on here, but mainly I post on TikTok. But if TikTok goes away, I don't feel like we feed the new niches of whatever new social media is coming out. We're more explaining, teaching, recording, especially the challenges. We do have an interview with a TV show for the Off Grid. And they are going to be, they kind of want to like videotape our struggles, because realistically, when a lot of people think Off Grid, they just think Off Grid is amazing. Yeah, it's hard work, but it's amazing. But there's so many things that you're going to have to do that are going to cause things. I think Lemon 8 is gross. It's like a new Pinterest. I don't like it. This is exciting. You're going to get it figured out. I hope so, Jameson. I hope so. We work with a lot of really amazing companies, and they're like, you're the leading female in the prepping industry. Like, you're going to figure this out. And I'm like, I'm nervous, but it's like showing the struggles of it. Off Grid is not easy, guys. There's a lot of trial. There's a lot of tribulations. My husband grew up in a city, and I grew up in the middle of nowhere. We had 320 people in our entire town. And so you had to learn. Yeah, Spartan, I didn't like Lemonade. You had to learn everything from scratch. So if your car broke down, I mean, by age 16, I was figuring out how to put my own clutch in my own car because I couldn't afford to have it towed 30 miles away. And so I started watching YouTubes, and I just got really immersed into YouTube. And I feel like that's kind of where my content has come from, is learning stuff, the struggles, building something from nothing. When people have come out to the new Off Grid, they're like, oh, there's nothing out there. And I'm like, well, of course there's nothing. We bought raw land, 70 acres. It's going to be a journey. So some days you may see me build something. Have I ever seen Homestead Rescue? No, I've never seen it. What does it play on? I don't watch a lot of TV. I'm pretty busy all the time. I don't really get to watch a lot of TV. Occasionally I'll watch like a Doomsday show at the end of the night. But I bet maybe it's accurate. I don't know. Like, a lot of homesteads do need a lot of help, and there is this idea. Yeah, Rome wasn't built in a day. You have to start somewhere. Like, so Mike had come down to the property, and we were measuring out the gates. We were deciding if we wanted to put up 1 7-foot gate or 2 7-foot gates to have a 14-foot opening. Hello, Glover. Welcome in. Welcome in. I would love to watch it, though. Cats mutter, oh, hey, friend. Oh, Discovery Plus. Okay, I'll have to see if I can watch it on there. But having both gates open is a big deal, because we're going to want to haul in a storage container. Oh, it's on HBO Max. Perfect. I do have that. It's on Discovery and HBO. I just don't know if I want to start from the beginning, Pappy. I might make a clapper. I might just stick to here, because TikTok was a very hard journey, because we opened that door for canners, preppers, homesteaders, gardeners, and brought prepping, like YouTube prepping is big, right? And you find a lot of the same preppers on there. They stand behind a table with an M4 behind them. They go over different ideas. And then they got little clips of them doing something, or you never get any clips of them doing anything. It can be both ways. TikTok, you got preppers that talk about stuff that's in their TikTok shop, but then they don't know how to turn it on. It's more preach buy instead of how to use or how to develop skills. I always am trying to encourage you guys to do a lot of reading and a lot of practicing. There's a million ways I can screw up a knot, but I'm still going to continuously practice. A lot of it has to do with that I am dyslexic, and sometimes I'll do something backwards, but then I'll realize I did it backwards, and then I'll fix it and readjust fire. And a lot of people will talk about things that, you know, they think that they can just walk into the woods and then they'll be just fine. And not a lot of people did a lot of backpacking. I used to do a lot of backpacking, a lot of kayaking, roam and live out of my car. I was very comfortable with it, but especially even with hunting, I just like to be outdoors. I always have. Yes, it does. It does, Glover. It helps a lot. I'm hoping we'll find out from here if there's 35 people in here for an hour, if we'll gain more watch time. I'm not quite sure how YouTube works. If anybody knows how YouTube partnership and their watch hours work, I would love to know that, because TikTok's different. I mean, I have like 80 million views over there, and here it's like a struggle bus. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. Yeah, the woods are beautiful, but unforgiving if you're not prepared. I agree with that 100%. Fly Gal, welcome in, welcome in. There has been a lot of search and rescues that I have done where somebody has forgotten a compass and got turned around. Then they weren't wearing the correct clothing, and the elements were too much. And unfortunately, there it gets there. Jester Mage, first YouTube live stream. Have no idea what I'm doing here. I have no idea what I am doing here. Hi, Tiger Bama. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, Yvonne, I'm so glad you found me on here. So hopefully we'll be doing lives every single day between the both. We'll figure out a better setup. I might actually do my TikTok lives on here and then do my YouTube on here so that I'm doing better eye connection here and so on and so forth. Fly Gal, we are prepping for the end of TikTok. Exactly. Have a backup to your backup. Skull Girl, thank you so much. Yeah, we're going to hope that we can keep both going, but we're going to plan as if something's going to change, right? We have no control over what the government does. As long as we can all agree on the same thing in here. Everybody who trusts the government, please don't comment to this. All the preppers in here that do not trust the government, drop a heart emote into the chats. Oh, thanks, Skull Girl. It's red. It just got a little bit, I'm graying up front. I'm getting old. I don't even know what the emotes are on YouTube. I gotta like immerse myself a little bit more. Oh, thanks, Glover. No, I am. I put blonde highlights over my gray. Ooh, we're dropping all the emotes. All right. So for everybody who doesn't trust the government, we got heart emotes going on both sides like crazy. Right now, we have over almost 50 people on this side and only 50 on this side. So we finally have hit like 100 views between the two. But I don't trust the government. Ultimately, I'm a little nervous with the drones. Could the drones potentially be them using new equipment to test out what could happen if SHTF happened and they chose to initiate a martial law? Has anybody else had those feelings come across at all with these drones? Or is that just something fictitious and in my own head? Looks like it is live on. I'll never go to Meta. Ever. Oh, thanks, Nanya. Nanya with all the hearts. Oh, that's interesting. You hadn't spun it that way. I personally think, what if they are supervising? You can have memberships and super chats here. I believe so once I hit my watch hours. I do not have watch hours. I have the following. I have everything but watch hours. That's all I need on this app. And then I make partner. And then I can do different things. But I don't have that yet. I don't know what a super chat is. I'm going to have to like invest some effort into it. I need 3,000 watch hours. And I qualify for everything through partnership. I just need 3,000. Yeah, what is a super chat? Hi, Jonita. What's a super chat? Susan says, just let us know what to do. It's like TikTok, but you can see. Wait, well, what? Wait. I don't even know what that means. Just on my main videos. If we did YouTube Shorts, I'd need 90 million views. I do have like 10,000, but I need 90, isn't it 90? No. Yes. No. I need 10 million views. Why did I say 90 million? Some very astronomical number that I don't think anybody will. I think it is. Oh, Jameson's like, I love this. I can text people back. You will figure it out for me. I would love that. I'll figure it out as I go. I have no idea. I don't know how it works. To be very fair and very honest, I do not know how it works. Let's go over one of these bins. This is a random bin that I think needs reorganization, so we can go over what's inside of it, because what else do we have better to do today, huh? All right, what do we got in here? Maybe it's organized, maybe it's not. I feel like it's got a lot of lighting. We got waterproof matches. The never-ending tea light candles. Pretty sure that's where the spares went. If you are prepping and you don't have thousands of tea light candles, you're wrong. They are cheap and every prepper can afford this. Do you hear me? Glover's like, I'm testing your chat. Fire starters. There's even more tea light candles. I guess this is what's in here. I do some of the organization, but my husband does a lot of it. So like this is probably what we have collected in like 2 months. I want to say about 2 months. Every time we go to the dollar store, I just chuck 1 or 2 in there. I cannot find sterno at the Dollar Tree. If any of you guys have found any sterno at the Dollar Tree, please let me know, because mine, I have been officially robbed by them. So we have a lot of regular sterno, 6-hour ones. Yours doesn't. Okay, Nanya. We'll figure it out. It's just going to be a new one. Somebody had asked me, why do I like Jackery so much? So for instance, this is a Jackery 300. This is what I use to run our streaming equipment when I am streaming out in the field. This thing, it like weighs, I'd say about 10 pounds, if that. And it's 300 watts. I'm able to run a ring light off of it. I'm able to charge both devices. Speaking of which, that's going to be forever immortalized. Might as well clip that. But I'm able to run both. And every 3 months, if you guys do use any solar products, please be making sure that you recharge your devices. You keep buying out all the sterno. I knew it, Tree. I knew somebody was buying out all of the sterno. All of the sterno. I had a feeling it was you. I almost want to swap. Can I swap lives? We should reset lives, and then I will go live on YouTube here and TikTok here and see how that works. Can we try that? Are we comfortable with that? Yeah, YouTube has a lot less restrictions, which I'm very excited about. A lot of people have been pushing me to go towards a different app. I don't want to because of the restrictions. And you can't find any sterno. Good to go. Okay. I didn't like, so TikTok used to have a lot of freedom, and then all of a sudden it disappeared in the summer. Did I answer your question? Dragonbird, if I missed it, I'm so sorry. I have 2 chats open. You look good on TikTok, I think. Okay, let's go for it. Let's do a swap and swap the screens because I'd rather have my YouTube have me full faced than side faced. If everybody is cool with that, let's do a quick reset really quick. I'm going to reset the lives, flop YouTube to here, TikTok to here. I'm fine if TikTok is getting like the side of my face. It's not going to bother me none. Oh, which one I thought was better? I think I like Jackeries. My mods have EcoFlow and they love them. They're just a different price comparison. But I really do love Jackeries. I have 2 solar panels of Jackeries in the back of my rig right now and a 2,000 watt generator because I use it so much. And I like that they've made a pull wheel so that you can drag it. You will run between them. Oh, I love it. Okay, I am going to end the live, swap the live, okay? I don't know how to do it.